What's going on? YouTube. This is gonna be a real simple video that I think is necessary because a lot of people just don't know. Get some lights on in here. A lot of people just don't know the simple fact of what water can do for you. Here we go. Nice. I'm cooking some food, but yeah, a lot of people just don't know what can be done with the element of water, right? Like a lot of us wake up with anxiety. Sometimes we don't know it until we encounter or have to talk to other people, and then that anxiety rushes up. Sometimes that's in the form of actual nervousness, or it's in the form of stomach acid, because that causes anxiety. You have stomach acid going on, or the stomach pain, right? Feel that basically right here in the solar plexus. Now, I found that to get rid of that, there's a couple simple things that you can do. Very simple. One could be that you need to avoid some foods. A lot of people are actually lactose intolerant and they have no idea. There's ways to get around that, and I'm going to explain that. I used to drink milk every morning. Of course, cereal. Now I don't eat until 12 or 1 o'clock, and that really got rid of that situation. But the milk will have you, in a lot of situations, your stomach will hurt. You'll have extreme stomach acid, like extreme stomach acid. That's how you gotta figure out that maybe I'm lactose intolerant. And how I got rid of that was apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar took that right away. All you have to do is drink that once every morning. Give me 1 second, guys. You drink that once every morning, and it'll take that away. Plus, come with a lot of other benefits to the system. Apple cider vinegar will help you lose weight, help with your cardiovascular, your blood pressure, all sorts of fantastic things. Helps the body absorb nutrients from food on a higher rate. So yeah, so you can do that. But the main theme of this video is water. How water can help you out. Now, it's not what you may think is pounding like a gallon of water a day. Absolutely not. Doing that would actually give you more problems than you can deal with. Get my veggies up here. You know, it's gonna be like a cooking video too. I'm a vegetarian, so see nothing but veggies. Yeah. So one of the main things is that people always stress when you wake up, the first thing you should do is drink some water. Why? Because you got to see your body as a machine, because that's what it is. It houses you. You are inside the body. You are not the body. So you got to lubricate your machine once you wake up, or you're going to have some situations going on. So just drinking you a glass of water will help prevent any stomach pains, any anxieties. Because you can go around for days and be like, man, I feel like I've been anxious like the past week. Like a little anxiety here in my gut region and my stomach region. And I don't know where it's coming from because it's not like I'm afraid of the situation or usually it's just that. You're dehydrated. That's all it is. You're just dehydrated. Especially, especially if you had something that stimulates anxiety, like garlic, onions, um, mushrooms, which is crazy. You wouldn't even think that. But if you got stuff like that already in your system from the previous day, you had a pizza or something that they threw mad garlic on, and you feel a little anxiety, maybe you need to just hydrate. That's all it is. Hydration. Hydration will save you from a lot of problems. And and listen, if you hydrate the proper way, once again, I'm not talking about pounding massive water because that will give you problems with your the process of your brain, like the process of your logic. We're not going to go into that, but it will swell up your brain. So don't listen to the commercials because that's what it is. They're commercials. They're trying to get you to buy water. So don't take advice from a commercial saying buy a lot of water, drink a lot of water. No, look it up. But if you get water in the system through vegetables, it will prevent cancers. This is a fact. If you get more vegetables into your meals, like if you're eating uh, rice, beans, and chicken, rice, beans, and a meat every day, meat has extremely low water content, and it's not enough to keep the body in a healthy state. So if you can put some veggies, because veggies sustain the body, and fruits will transform the body because there's so much water in it. So that's also another option. If you're not a water drinker, and I'm not saying water as liquid across the board, I mean actual water, no soda, no juices, because the sugar in that will reverse the effect and make you dehydrated anyway and hungry. So, if you're trying to avoid drinking water, which is fine, I know some people don't like the plainness. Just get up in the morning, eat a fruit. That's what I do. If I have fruit, being a vegetarian, that is essential. You have to eat fruits. If you don't, you're gonna suck up and get super skinny because that's where your weight's gonna come from. That's where you're gonna really get the transformations that you're looking for, especially if you're trying to get not just healthy, if you're mentally trying to get right, physically, spiritually, and energetically, fruit is going to take you there. So take note on that for sure. That's where you get your transformation from. Toast up this bread. So yeah, man. Also, more tips. There's a lot of things that you can do with your water. As in, like I said before, apple cider vinegar, that's one. Turmeric. Turmeric is amazing. Turmeric is so good, right? It is so good that it can actually decalcify the pineal gland. Isn't that some shit? It can decalcify your whole pineal gland. In India, more or less, it'll be like guru because it's some old information that would suggest putting some turmeric right here. So when you see the dot, sometimes it's turmeric, sometimes it's a mixture of turmeric and haritaki or some other herbs. But what that does is it cleans the pineal gland. So so it can so it can help you rise to a higher level of consciousness. Easy turmeric. You can have turmeric straight from the store. You don't have to get all crazy and stuff. And this will help a lot of physical, uh, it could prevent a lot of physical problems from coming up for you too. It's extremely good. You could throw that in some water. You can also look it up, and they have a recipe called golden milk. And that would also do amazing things. Here's another thing that I suggest with your water to help with stomach, and this is really good for anxiety. I felt like at some point I really had anxiety, and I felt like I just wasn't getting enough oxygen because that's what happens when you feel anxious. You're not getting oxygen to the brain. So I was like, okay, what can I do to change this immediately, not a process? And I found a herb. The herb is called haritaki. I'll put a link to a lot of this stuff and a discount link on here because haritaki is amazing. You know what haritaki does? I have a whole video on it. You can look it up, and it goes into detail. But haritaki changes your oxygen level 100%. It raises it 100%. That's insane. So that means that your cells, like if you have like cancer and all these other diseases, it can actually help defeat that. And it'll slow down your anxiety because you're getting more oxygen than you need. And it brings you alive, you know? Like it gives you vital energy. Like this is crazy. Like I used to always think when I found out things like this about herbs and other modalities of health, like why don't we know this stuff? Is money that important that um, they're not telling us these simple things that we can buy to prevent cancer and uh, to allow us to live a healthy life? This is crazy, you know? But yeah, once again, the main point of this video is first thing in the morning, what you want to do is drink a glass of water. And it's extremely important on how you treat your water. Why? That will change your life. How you respond to water. What am I talking about when I say that? It's that if your water if your water is in an optimal state, or if it's just in a state that it can be positively affected. Just like there was a study with plants that were said I love you to, and plants that people said I hate you to. And the ones that said I love you to, they grew a lot faster. And the ones that said I hate you to, they actually just died. They died. And they did the same experiment with water and snow because they're all water based. And the snow crystals actually turned into black, corroded crystals when you said I hate you. And the ones that said I love you, they had these crazy, elaborate, geometric shapes. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, my suggestion for what you should do with water when you have the chance, if you can find the time, is get either for a really quick fix, just get a glass jar. Pour your water in there because you don't want to be drinking out of plastic because you're going to be digesting plastic because the water's sitting in the plastic. That's a quick fix. For optimal fix, for it to actually change your energy level and change the structure of what's going on in your body, for you to actually feel that mentally and energetically, is to get you a copper vessel. It may cost a little bit, but believe me, you get a copper vessel, you throw some turmeric in that water, what? Or some hirataki, or there's some other things that you can throw in there too. Borax, but it's a little nasty. It's not for everybody. But these things are optimal. That will change your life. Just water. Like, it's crazy enough. It's just water. That's it. That's what we're talking about here. Just water. Water is the foundation of life. And it can actually have the ability to change yours. That's why when you're hearing all these movies, all these shows, and they're having talk about water elements and all these elements, and you're taking it as some kind of a joke, like, why would they be talking about it in all of these movies? There's a real science to it, a physical science. Like, you can get mystical, which is for people who are extremely interested in it, to sit there and digest it, and you have to believe it before you have to believe it first, because for you to actually experience it may take some time. But the physical evidence is backed by all of these elements and what they can actually do in your life. Like, there's a real science, a yogic science, and a modality called Buddha Shuddhi. Buddha Shuddhi is an actual transformation of one's being using these elements, because it allows you to get closer and to build a relationship with these elements, because they're all inside your body. Earth, water, fire, and air. It's all in your body. Oxygen, water, your blood, earth, the physicality, and fire. Fire is just like the emotions, passion, things of that nature. Like, fire really doesn't need to be that much worked in, but water and air are the easiest to work with. So yeah, you guys look into that, see what you can do, see where it takes you, because it's all about getting better, right? Like, if you're not feeling good in life, if you're not excelling in life, let's bring some perspective. You can accumulate all the money, oh, you did a good jobs, all the validation that you want. It absolutely does nothing for you as an individual. You want to feel great. You want to feel amazing in this life right now. That's what you want, right? Who doesn't? So let's just work there, slowly but surely. And as we take steps and steps, it's going to build and just get better. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.